Yeah. We're going to have a few minutes together to talk about some crucial, important things. Why are some people listen? Some people will ever listen until a donkey speaks to them. Some will never listen until God allows, extreme things like a donkey speaking English to communicate. So again, to you, I would plead with you right now, hit the share button, call your friends, call family. We're about to talk about something that's going to affect lives, that has implications that are deep. So the issue right now that we're going to be granulating is the fact that some people on flip. Well, there's some people who wouldn't flip because they just will not listen unless God permits something like a donkey to speak to them. Now, who are these kind of persons? I want you to look around you and listen to a lot of the flack that's flying around today because of the COVID pandemic, its disruption, and religious issues. Now, there are some people who have forsaken the right way. There are persons who've gone astray. There are people who exemplify the way of Balaam, the son of Bosor. I'm talking about people in whom Mammon has invested so much they don't even know what they're saying anymore. Now, God had to allow him because God allowed a dumb ass, a donkey, to use a human voice to forbid the madness of the prophet. And I can tell you something, what's going on right now all over the whole place is practically madness. Now let me say something to you that I said that some don't like, but I don't know what they want good about it because it's absolutely true. I have said before and I say again, any gospel that cannot handle COVID-19 the way Jesus would handle it, any gospel that will not be able to raise back from the dead to life some who died of COVID-19, more so if that gospel is a gospel that has been totally effective against corruption in a nation like Nigeria. That gospel is like a flashlight, no respect for. And I'm going to say something to you right now. Whenever you see such a gospel, do yourself a favor. Do not, for no reason, allow your life to depend on that gospel. That gospel cannot get you into the kingdom of heaven. Now, the last time there was a plague, a pandemic of this sort, in the early 1900s, you and I know that there was a gospel that John G. Lake was preaching, and that gospel was able to tame the pandemic and prove that all sicknesses and diseases walk by the law of sin and death, and that the answer is the believer who can provoke the law of the Spirit of life in Christ Jesus. Now, I'm going to beg you and say something to you. People are wanting to reopen. When our church is going to reopen in Nigeria, everybody want to know. Let me tell you something. There's a condition from above that we need to hear. There are 3 R's. 1, we have to reject the old gospel, the modern gospel, because it's been proven to be totally ineffective. 2, we have to return to the eternal gospel that people like John G. Lake, people like William Seymour preached. And number 3, we need to restore the church to God, the owner of the church. Now, some people will never hear what we're saying, so I want you to now listen to a donkey say the same things. Aha. Don't wait till it's too late to discover. Hear the voice of the prophet. Hear the voice of the prophet. Reject the old gospel, the modern gospel, flashlights that darkness doesn't respect. Return to the eternal gospel. Revelation chapter 14 verse 6. restore the church to the owner, to God. Well, here the donkey now talking to you. Now, let me say this to you. Hit the share button. Get the word out. Those who will not listen will hear the voice of the donkey speaking. And this is what I'm delivering to you. Now, for more donkey talk, don't miss my next broadcast. Because the donkey is also saying something. Return to Azusa. Now. It is return to Azusa. Okay? Hit the